A storm system in the west flooding streets, knocking out power, and now even more rain is on the way.
Yeah, forecasters are saying by the time it's over, up to 16 inches of rain may have fallen in parts of California and Oregon. That region is still grappling with the impact of what's known as the bomb cyclone, which is a rapidly developing storm that has the potential to dump a whole lot of rain and a whole lot of snow on one area. Powerful winds toppled trees and power lines. Around 200,000 homes and businesses remain without power from Washington state to California. At least 2 people have died so far. North Carolina is getting some winter weather.
Yeah, this cold blast is arriving as many are still in temporary housing after Hurricane Helene. Experts say over the next few days, some survivors are going to have to navigate recovery around those tough conditions.
Yeah, a lot of people right now, I guess, are just trying to survive through this. Yeah. Some of these Helene survivors are worried about staying warm. They're intense. Others have RVs that they are now trying to winterize, which is what a lot of people in Texas have,
right,
conflicts with too, when it suddenly turns cold.
Right. So the mix of wind and snow can lead to tree branches falling on power lines. Of course, that causes all of those devastating power outages. Volunteers say all these effects can really slow down recovery.
There's a big concern in general for exposure, cold weather injuries and exposure. The big piece is it going to slow down our ability to continue to rebuild and recover the area? There's going to be a concern with regards to just primary care, just access to primary care in the local area for medical. And that's going to be a challenge that we're going to have to deal with real time.
Yeah, he says that he's worried funding and donations will dwindle, and he says he's spoken to people who don't have any more hotel vouchers and don't really have anywhere to go. So a lot of these teams are working to get them RVs. Volunteers around western North Carolina already. Supplies like coats and hats and gloves are in limited supply, I would imagine. They're trying to get those to the folks, as well as generators, of course.
Whenever they come in to get supplies, one of the first things we ask them, do you have heat? Do you have a way to keep your house warm? Do you have blankets? Do you have winter gear? You've been through a major tragedy. You don't want to have to just come through there and say, what do I do? And the volunteers at our camp, my wife and I, we just say, let us find you something.
Yeah, just devastating. So last night, officials in several areas activated Code Purple procedures. Now, that allows people access to shelters just so they can stay warm. Wind gusts are expected to reach up to 40 miles per hour in Asheville, even higher in other areas. The weather expected to last into Saturday. So not good for the folks there. But one thing that we've learned from watching Hurricane Helene recovery is that those communities really do come together and help each other out.
That they do.
Praying for them.